Leinster Park. New Zealand playing from left to right in the first half, with Kieran Crowley to kick off. Kerry Fitzgerald about to signal time on, and the test match underway as Kieran Crowley kicks off for New Zealand. Taken in by Cook for England, 10 metres out from the 22. Work back to Melville, to Stuart Barnes, and that's a good clearing kick first by Stuart Barnes for England.
New Zealand, another kick-off. Let's hope it's a bit better this kick than the first one.
Gary Wetton arriving very quickly, but the Englishmen have controlled it. Not finding touch this time, Barnes, down to Craig Green on his own 10-metre line, Green. This is one for the All Blacks to chase. Early test for Hugh Davis. First man there was Kieran Crowley. David Kirk looking for it. Kieran Crowley with just 5 games for the All Blacks, but a staggering 79 points in those 5 games, an average of something like 16 a game. This is not an easy kick for him. He's 5 metres in from touch and just out from the 22. Struck it pretty well. An excellent first up kick from Kieran Crowley, and after 11 minutes of the test match, the scores are level at 3-all. Nicely laid back for Melville. Barnes. This is likely to be the England tactics today. Kieran Crowley, though, was safe and in fact called for the fair catch. Not going to get it this time either. Smith, Taylor, Porkery, the All Blacks running it. Crowley. One for John Kerwin to run on to. Davis. Kieran Crowley taking play back to 6 metres.
And there's Brian Lahore, and he's got a bit of a frown on his face. I was talking to him before the game, and he showed me a telegram from Fred Allen, which he was very pleased to receive, Fred.
Here's John Ashworth, holding it up, 15 metres out. Kieran Crowley, this kick is not as difficult as the first one that he landed. A swift reply by the All Blacks. They conceded a converted try. Kieran Crowley has kicked his second penalty goal, and that's the scoreline 25 minutes into the first half. From in the English territory, back to Davis. Crowley is calling for it. And that's a decisive reply from Kieran Crowley. Three out of 3 for Kieran Crowley, and the All Blacks draw level 32 minutes into the first half. So Barnes placing the ball on halfway. Let's hear where the Dodge is going to kick again. Indeed he is. The man of the moment for the All Blacks, Kieran Crowley.
There he is on the blind side.
Quickly gave it to Melville. Thumping tackle by Mark Shaw. The race is on though. A dive near the line, the try. England have scored their second try. And it's Mike Teague, the number 8 forward, following up. And England 13, lead New Zealand 9.
We'll probably be able to see it better here. Watch for the kick from Melville. Now, David Kirk coming across in defence, and he knocks it. It goes against Crowley, and there's number 8, Mike Teague.
Important kick for Kieran Crowley. He's certainly been right on target so far this afternoon. Well, he's keeping New Zealand in the match at this stage. Kieran Crowley, that's his 4th consecutive penalty goal. And England have that 1-point advantage a minute before half-time, as Paul Dodge restarts for England. Crowley is just out from his goal line. Just landing short, taken by Davis. And a good clearance from fullback Hugh Davis for England. Away to the right this time from Crowley, so his kicking boots have deserted him a wee bit in the second half. Andy Dalton for the All Blacks. Tapped by Wetton. Kirk away to Smith. Taylor. A little kick from Warwick Taylor. Nicely grabbed in there by Paul Dodge. Now the All Blacks need it. They have it too. Kirk to Kerwin. Back to Crowley. Kieran Crowley. Referee has a quick look. No. Didn't quite get it down. Harrison under it. He's not going to find touch. Crowley, just a metre in England territory, set himself with a drop kick. Struck it well. It's away to the right though. $15 points this afternoon for Kieran Crowley, and that equals the record of a New Zealand player on a debut. That record now shared with Joe Carroll. On the sideline, meantime, Barnes with the penalty. Just fading away to the left. Crowley. Not finding touch. Davis. 15 metres in England territory.
Kieran Crowley made the right decision to have a go from behind his own goal line.
Awkward for Barnes, took it well, now Dodge. Kieran Crowley is in great position. That's an enormous punt by Crowley. And that takes play back to the England 22. Hugh Davis outside his 22. He doesn't find the line. A bit of indecision between Wayne Smith and Kieran Crowley. And once again, Crowley unleashes a big punt, which takes play almost back to halfway. Bainbridge wins another one. Barnes calling for it, Crowley. Lovely take by Kieran Crowley. And the man from Kaponga has done very little wrong this afternoon. Took it quickly. Smith keeps it in cleverly. Has Green on. Wayne Smith will be quickly there. Been knocked forward though. Might be great amusement for the crowd, but it doesn't help the concentration of the players, remembering there's only 7 minutes to go in this test match and only 2 points separating the sides. And he really is writing himself into the record books if he lands this one, which he does. And so Kieran Crowley with 6 penalty goals equals the record held by Don Clark, and that of course was set back in 1959 against the British Isles. Out from the 22 in English territory, controlled by Mark Shaw. Over the top goes Gary Wetton, and that's the referee's whistle for no side. And the All Blacks have triumphed here in the first test by 18 points to 13. England scored the 2 tries in the game in the first half from Mike Harrison and also Mike Teague. But the All Blacks, with 6 penalty goals by Kieran Crowley, 4 in the first half and 2 in the second, have won the test this afternoon. And there's the hero of the moment for the All Blacks as he trudges off Lancaster Park with 6 penalty goals to his name, equaling the record of Don Clark.